Defense is a discipline. Coaches spent their entire careers refining it. Angles, footwork, timing, the perfect tackle. Then, a handful of players came along and made all of it irrelevant, if only for a second. This is not a list of goals. This is a list of moments defenders still cannot explain. And the number one entry on this list is so rare that the most iconic footage of it ever is not even real. 10 moves, 10 men, 0 answers. We start with the original showman. Long before highlight reels and slow motion replays, Pele was already inventing moves defender had no name for. The sombrero flick, the ball lifted clean over an opponent's head before moving past to collect it on the other side. No pace needed, no strength needed, just the audacity to try something no one had scripted yet. Pele did not invent the flair in football, he made the world notice it, and a generation of Brazilian players who grew up trying to copy him. The sombrero is a small trick, but it's the blueprint for everything that follows on this list. Let's go back to June 19, 1974. Johan Cruyff receives the ball with his back to his goal. Cruyff shapes to cross. Instead, Cruyff drags the ball behind his own standing leg, spins full 180 and is gone. Olsen left facing the wrong way. All of this happened under 2 seconds. This is a kind of move that is still taught in academies 50 years later.
On the training or in free times, tricks. I never did tricks. I saw something and I did it, and it just came out.
And is widely used in the FIFA gaming today. Going back to the original movement, by the time announcers had a name for it, it already had one. The Cruyff turn. Then there is the move that should not work at all, because everyone in the stadium knows it's coming. Arjen Robben. Cutting in from the right wing onto his left foot, Robben would drift wide, plant his right foot and cut back inside in one motion. And by the time defender reacted, the shot was already bending into the far corner. Bayern Munich built a Champions League winning team partly around this single repeatable action. It's the most honest move on this list. No disguise, no illusion, just footwork and timing so precise that knowing what's coming did not help at all. Ronaldinho, the magician, did not just beat defenders, he made them feel foolish. The Elastico, the ball flicked outside the foot, then snapped back inside, all in one fluid strike at full speed. It looks impossible in slow motion. This was not a highlight reel trick, it was part of Ronaldinho's everyday toolkit at Barcelona, alongside no-look passes and free kicks that curled like they had a mind of their own. There's a piece of footage from Barcelona's academy where Ronaldinho teaches this exact move to Lionel Messi, learning from the man who redefined what flair could look like.
Yo siempre procuro jugar el cuerpo para un lado y traer para otro. Entonces, para que el defensa piense que voy a salir a un lado, yo siempre intento jugar el cuerpo para allá para poder. Un drible es difícil corregir, un drible porque el drible sale cada uno con el suyo. El drible no tiene como decir, bueno, tú tienes que hacer igual a mí, a el otro. Yo, por ejemplo, yo siempre miro uno a hacer el drible e intento poner mi cara en los dribles de los demás.
Not every move on this list needs to be flashy. Andrés Iniesta built a Ballon d'Or caliber career on a trick so simple it barely has choreography. Shifts the ball from one foot to the other, inside to inside, and glides through the gap that opens up. It's called La Croqueta, the croquette, because the ball moves side to side like food sizzling in a pan. No step over, no flick, no disguise, just perfect balance. Barcelona's tiki-taka era was built exactly on this, not beating a man with speed, but with 2 touches and better geometry. It might be the hardest move on this list to actually stop. Before R9 was a nickname fans chanted, it was a warning. Ronaldo's stepovers were not about deception, they were about speed so extreme that the deception almost did not matter. Both feet snapping over the ball in a blur, hips barely moving and then gone. The most famous version came in 1998 UEFA Cup final. One-on-one with Lazio's goalkeeper, Ronaldo steps over the ball, not once but twice before rolling it into an empty net. The goalkeeper had no chance because Ronaldo's feet were simply moving faster than a human body should allow. The move is ever since utilized by the most artistic players, adding their own flair to it. However, a Stepover will always remain his signature because it's pace disguised as skill. Most players spend their entire career avoiding the outside of the boot. Ricardo Quaresma built a career on it. The Trivela, striking across the ball with the outside of the foot, generating a curl that moves opposite to what every goalkeeper's instinct would expect. His breakout version came for Portugal against Belgium in 2007, his first ever international goal. 11 years later, at the 2018 World Cup, a 34-year-old Quaresma did it again against Iran, curling one into the top corner. It's the most technically unnatural move on this list and maybe the hardest for young players to actually replicate. If one move belongs to one man, it's this one. Officially, it's called the Marseille turn or the Roulette. Drag the ball back with the sole of one foot, spin 360 degrees, push it forward with the other. Nobody made it look like Zinedine Zidane. Low center of gravity, both feet equally comfortable on the ball, and a stillness in his upper body, right up until the defender realized the ball and Zidane were already gone. And he was still doing it at Real Madrid 2 decades later. At the peak of a career that included a World Cup and a Champions League final volley for the ages. What makes the Roulette so difficult to defend is not the speed, it's the disguise. Ask any player who faced him. You knew it was coming eventually, you just never knew when. Alright, the top two. Let's travel back to April 2015. Camp Nou, when Lionel Messi gets the ball at the edge of the box. Jérôme Boateng, one of the best defenders in the world, steps up to meet him. He drops his shoulder, shifts his weight one way, and Boateng twists, loses his footing and goes down, while Messi moves past untouched and chips the goalkeeper. No contact, no trickery with the ball, just the threat of a change of direction. This has always been Messi's trademark dribbling style. And then there's the move no defender can challenge safely, because by the time it happens, they are not even part of the play anymore. The bicycle kick. I'm not going to explain how this works. You can see for yourself. But nobody made this move more spectacular than Hugo Sánchez. Across his career, the Mexican striker scored somewhere around 38 bicycle goals, 17 for Real Madrid alone, turning what should be a once-in-a-career highlight into his personal signature. And before Sánchez, there was Pele. Verified match footage of Pele's own bicycle kick is rarer than you would expect. But the image everyone actually remembers comes from the 1981's Escape to Victory, a movie scene. That gap between myth and match footage says everything about why this move sits at number 1. So there's the list. 10 moves, 10 different reasons defenders never saw them coming. Deception, disguise, raw speed, or sheer physical impossibility. Different eras, different leagues, different countries. But every single one of them ends the same way. A defender facing the wrong direction and a crowd on its feet. So which one do you think is truly unguardable? And if you want more of these, subscribe.